Hey, what's up guys? This is Nightwing2303 from KicksOnCore.com, and today I'm just going to be going through the display here. This is a new setup that I put together, and I'll just try to answer everybody's questions because everybody keeps asking me like where did I get it or how did I buy it and all that stuff. So I'm going to go through basic prices and things like that, and just kind of tell you how simple everything can be, and also how, I wouldn't say cheap, but like how easily it could be if you just maybe pass on a couple pairs of shoes, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's too expensive right off the bat. But when you think about it, all you got to do is pass on a couple pairs of retros or whatever you were planning on buying. You could buy this instead, put it together yourself, and then you can always recop those retros later, because there's just a gigantic reseller market right now. But basically the first thing is that everything starts off with a design. I saw a video by DJ Hess. He was inside of I think it was a House of Hoops, and I saw a display there, and I really liked it. So basically I drew it all up, and I figured out what I'd need and things like that. I tried to get my room kind of what the dimensions are and things like that, like how I'd set it up and things like that. This is like the top view. So if you were on the ceiling and looking down, that's like that bird's eye view there. And then this is just the front view, which is what you see here. So it obviously doesn't look exactly the way I had envisioned it, but that's usually what happens. But you have to modify things and just kind of work around areas and issues and things like that. But basically I had seen the display over at House of Hoops, got kind of inspired, drew it up real quick, and then decided to try to replicate it as best as I could with what I had to work with, which was exactly how you see things now. So basically I'm gonna move the camera around and things like that, so I'm gonna try to edit this so that it's not all shaky and stuff, because I don't have the steadiest hand, and then I'll just kind of explain everything as I go along, so just kind of bear with me here. Okay, so this little piece that you see, this little shelf thing, this is what I ended up purchasing. I purchased 8 of them total, and I bought them over at Target. They're real cheap pieces of furniture. They were about $17 a piece, and like I said, I bought 8 of them, so total it was just over 200 bucks. The rest of the money that I'd spent went to one can of paint, which was another $30, or technically it was like $28, but we'll just round it up to 30. And then I also bought some lighting, and that was another, I think it was $40. So estimate about 300 bucks, and that's pretty much it. I have all the tools and things like that, so I was able to do everything else fairly efficiently and low cost. Some fabrication, things like that, but this is basically what it is. I wish I kept the box so that I could show exactly what it is, because I honestly don't remember what brand it is or anything like that, but it's just cheap, crappy furniture that you could buy real dirt cheap over at Target. It was supposed to have 3 shelves, so those open holes there that are on the sides, that's where the 3rd shelf would have been. And basically I'm going to try to raise the camera up here, but right there at the heel of the shoe there is a small little hole on top of the shelf. Now those are where you stick these little wooden spokes in, and then you can stack these things up higher. So what I ended up doing was I bought the 8 of them, the ones that are in the corners. So that is 2 of those little shelves stacked, so it's just one on top of the other, and I did that on that side as well. And then the rest of them are all along the bottom, and that is a total of 3 connected on the bottom there. Now these things are all open on the bottom, as you can see right there, so there's no bottom shelf. And when I had ended up putting the 3 of them together, there was an open space right here, because there's no bottom. And this guy here, the reason why there's a shelf missing is one, because one of them was broken, because it's, like I said, it's cheap piece of crap furniture, but one of them was broken. So what I ended up doing was I measured, drew on it, and then basically drilled some holes into the piece that was actually in good shape, and then I used that broken shelf to add a cap to it so that it looked like that one over there. So it's just one big closed-in piece. And I laid that on the floor, and that was my base there. Then I built the other ones, and I put them, like I said, stacked them on top of each other and put them in there on both sides, and then I mounted them to the wall and to the base here so that they don't move. I'm in California, so we have earthquakes here, and you don't want that stuff to move. Plus, if you have kids or maybe pets, things like that, or if you're just clumsy, you're going to want to mount that stuff onto the wall just so it doesn't fall down and everything. Now the center one here, that is a I don't know what to call it, but that's one piece. So maybe you can see the edges of it right there, but basically I did the same exact thing. I put that together, I put it on top where I wanted it, and then I mounted it to the base that it's sitting on, as well as the wall itself. So I don't remember which box I mounted it in, but there's a little like L bracket that it's mounted in. So and then let's see, those little lights there. I'm gonna get closer, hold on. Okay, so real quick before I get into the lights, these shelving pieces, they're not finished inside. It's like basically like a laminate over particle board. So maybe I could get a shot of that real quick, hold on. Okay, so in this shelf here you can see the light, but then you can also see where the unfinished part of the shelf is. I did not like how that looked when you are standing far away from it, so under here. And basically I just flipped the shelves around and that was it. So it was real simple. Sorry, the camera's tripping out right now because there's nothing much to focus on. But there you go. It was real simple, and basically they look like that. And I just flipped the shelf around, so on the part where the shoe is, it's just unfinished. And then these little lights here I purchased over at Home Depot, and it came in a set of 3. They're all LED lights, so they'll last a long time, and you won't have to replace them. They are electric based, not battery operated, so it's just easy usage. And basically I just kind of wired them in there, and then some of them I was able to hot glue onto the shelf itself. This was the only one where it gave me an issue, so what I did was I used magnet tape, and I put it on this one here, and then I put it up top there, and that's it. So it just stays there and it stays in place, and then I wired it all in to the electrical outlet, and I'll show you real quick. I could turn it on and off with just a switch. So that's pretty much what I did. Again, it's just real simple, little small tweaks here and there. As long as you're creative, you have a game plan, like I said, draw it all out, get your measurements taken care of, get down to the store, just see what they have, and then do it as cheaply as possible. And you can get something done like this pretty nice for a very decent price. So now everybody's going to be asking me like, what is everything and all that stuff, or why are they in this order? So I'm going to go and hold the camera, and again, it's going to be shaky, so I apologize, but you know, I'll just go through everything as quickly as possible just to kind of show you what everything is real quick. Okay, so real briefly, if you guys watched the whole 23 Days of J's, you guys already know the story behind those Air Jordan 2s, so that's why they are there. I'm not going to explain it again, so if you guys watched it, that's why they're there. And then those little shelves I had previously, they were on the wall in rows of 3, and so I just used 2 of them, and I put them underneath my pictures, or I wouldn't say they're pictures, but the posters, I guess. One of them is signed, and this is by John Romita. He is a fantastic artist for Marvel Comics, and his son, John Romita Jr., still works at Marvel as well. So, but yeah, those are my Spider-Man pieces. I love those things. I think they're fresh, and I'm a huge comic book geek, so, you know, gotta still keep it real, I guess you could say. And then down there, that's some area where I had to take stuff off of the wall. There was a wall-based like heater. I don't actually use the heat in my house because I don't feel like it's necessary. It doesn't get that cold here, so I disconnected it and I capped the wires off, and I just need to repaint that section, the rest of the wall color. I'll do that later. But basically I have a couple random shoes here that I wear, or I don't wear those guys down there, the Nike IDs. I don't wear those very often, but like those there, those are freaking awesome. and I wear those a lot, and I wear those shoes semi-often. And then right here I just have my basketball shorts. Here, that everybody knows what that is. That's the Jordan 2012, and then you got the Penny 4. I just tried to put like shoes there that would kind of showcase no bias towards any brand in particular, because I have a lot of respect for every single brand that's out there, especially performance brands for basketball products. And so I just try to show kind of like respect towards every brand that's out there. So you got Nike with the Penny line, Adidas, much respect to Adidas, their old school stuff and their new school stuff. So you got the Crazy 8s there. Ectio, probably one of the best supportive shoes that are out there available for you know, hoopers and things like that. And then I just got some shirts here. I'm a local Bay Area guy, so you got to give it up to the Warriors. And if you're local and you don't have a city shirt, then you're not representing California or the Bay Area very well. So, and then these, I cannot remember what these are. I think these are called the Air Flight Lights. I believe Scottie Pippen used to wear these. These are a sales sample, and I haven't worn them, but they're a really dope shoe. It's gray, white, and maroon, so I put them there. And then you have the Addy Power Howard 2, one of my favorite shoes to play in. And then you just have random stuff, the LWP, the actual LWP, not the rookie. And then Jordan 2012, some Penny 1s, some Kmart Proteges, some Dunks, New Balance, Blazers, Turning Points from Leaning, Hyperdunk 2010s, Crazy Light 2s, Addy Zero Rose 2, and then over here you have some Converse. You got the, can't remember what they're called right now, dang, brain fart. Anyways, you got some Converse, and you got KD3, KD4, and then those guys down there, those are the Jumpman, or not Jumpman, those are the Jordan Team 1s, and then those are the Flightposite 2s, I think. And then going on up, you got some more performance stuff. Those are the Top 10 2000s. And then you got some old school performance stuff. This, I hate that, the wires back there, but I'll figure that out later. But then you got some old school performance stuff with the Pick Your Shoes and Reebok collab for the Twilight Zone Pump. Got some more t-shirts. One of the best shoes of all time, the Kobe 4. Pippen 2s. This is the 2009 version, the suede toes. And up there you got Crazy Lights, Batman. And this stuff, same thing goes. Just try to show respect to all the brands. You got Adidas, Converse, Leaning, Reebok, Under Armour, New Balance, Protege, Nike, old school Nike, and some Jordan brand stuff. And then everybody pretty much knows why those two shoes are together. They're on the same team, obviously, so I figured it was pretty suiting to do that. Then you got the 2.5s, the Leaning, Villain, Concords, more shirts. This is that Bobby Fresh. You can get this over at sneakercrew.com. It's got some plain t-shirts. Soul Supremacy, another Soul Supremacy, soulsupremacy.com. Big shout out to them. I get a lot of shoes over there. Those are my boys, I guess you could say. And the Superman shirt, another Warrior shirt, Jordan shirt, History of Iron Man, so it's got all the armor, like the Mark 1, all the way up to like the more recent stuff. And then just some plain shirts, cap, another Warrior shirt, Batman shirt. And down here, I love that show. So if you guys don't watch The Big Bang Theory, then you guys are missing out. That stuff's funny as hell. And then you got Aquaman. I don't even remember what this is. I know my wife hates this shirt, so it must say something offensive towards women. But and then you got another Warrior shirt. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I got some stickers here just to kind of show love and support to a couple of sites that I frequent often. One of which is Pick Your Shoes, and then also Deftronic.com. If you do not visit Deftronic.com on a daily basis, you don't have a funny bone that exists in your body. So you gotta go and check out Deftronic.com. Dude's site is off the chain, and it's just real funny stuff. So if you have a sense of humor, you'll like it. And real quick, this is Olden Polynice, his signature. I used to go to Sacramento Kings basketball camps. In the summertime, I was shipped up there to train during the summers, and then when I wasn't at the basketball camps, I was over at a shooter's academy to train, and they train you for like 9 hours a day to teach you to, like, the basketball camp for the Kings stuff was all the basic stuff, so all the fundamentals and teamwork and stuff like that, and then the shooter's academy was strictly shooting, so all you were doing for 9 hours a day was practicing your shot, your form, your release, your catch, how quickly you can release it, anything that you could think of. We used to have to shoot over a 6-foot tall dude that was holding a broom, so he was like well over 9 feet, and we used to have to work on our arch just to be able to shoot the ball, that way we don't get blocked and stuff like that. So a lot of intense training, and they did it up in like high altitude too, so like when we finally are done playing over there and you get back down to closer to sea level at the bay, you could pretty much run amok on all the other players because your lungs have been adjusted to the higher altitude. So then right here, that is my dude Nightwing. He's my favorite comic book character. So this is from that new video game that I actually don't play. I just saw the figure and I was like, dude, that's sick. So I think it's called Arkham Asylum or something like that, but I'm not a big video game guy. And that's that KD or the Dragon Box, LeBron, and those are those Flint 7s that are super sick, and I'm jealous that I don't have a pair in my size. And then this is all that sneaker grip stuff and power grip. I use these two items a lot, but I don't use that crap back there. So, and that's pretty much it. Eventually I'll be able to put on this thing here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it or how, but a family member of mine made that for me, and I think it's dope, so I'm going to put it up on the wall somewhere. And this video is getting really long, so but yeah, and then that's that little table that I use. That's all like scrap wood and stuff like that. I put that together, and there's my rack. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want to do this, it's real easy. So that's it. My camera's going to die. Thanks again, and have a good one.